essentially the Daigo Mihara, who, by the way, apparently is on the same floor as me, and me and Zoo were rushing to our pool this morning, and we were in the elevator, and he was running to catch the elevator with us, and I couldn't open the door in time.
You did not hold the elevator for
Daigo
Mihara?
And the last thing I saw was, dude, the last thing I saw was Daigo's eyes staring me down, like, what, dude, hit the button, and I was like, Daigo.
That is not good, dude. That is a bad omen. Did you make it out of your pool?
I did.
I'm surprised,
but I made it out in losers.
You made it out in losers? That's because you didn't hold the elevator for Daigo.
I know it is. So Daigo Nuki, his old buddy in Third Strike, Haitani Makoto.
I love that guy.
Sakonoko, my personal favorite Street Fighter player. And who am I missing? Tokido, yeah, of course. Murderface himself. The 5 gods of Street Fighter are here for, I think, the first time, or at least the first time in a long time, at EVO 2014.
All 5.
They are entering various 2D fighters. Please look out for them. And there's been this terminology, right? And it kind of started as a joke, but it's kind of like, it was like, oh, the gods, blah, blah, blah. But they kind of started embracing it like, yo, this is like our little crew now. And, you know, it definitely they differentiate themselves by being so phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, they are not they are not necessarily the 5 best, absolutely untouchable players of their respective game. But in Melee, our 5 gods, as we call them, Mango, Mutating Armada, PP, Hungrybox, in no particular order, absolutely are, or were until very recently.
And so I did research for this little article that I'm writing on MeleeAndOn.me. I spoke to Mike Ross, the People's Champ himself. Dude, and it turns out that we became the People's Champs at about the same time.
Yeah,
I think that it was popularized for me at about Genesis 1, which is 2009, in July. Yeah. And he was first called the People's Champ in Street Fighter in, I think, June of 2009.
Okay.
I was so mad, because I figured, like, if I was first, then I could, I know.
Yeah, he's got the similarity.
So, anyway, I spoke to him about it, and I asked him, you know, what does it mean to you when people call, you know, these players the gods? Like, what does that word mean?
Yeah.
And just like you said, he feels that while they may not be the top 5 players right now, you know, that is a title that can't be taken away from them.
Do they have an aura to them?
They earned it.
Do you know what I mean when I say
back in their
aura?
period of dominance.
Like, I'd say the one...
They do. So that was something else that he spoke to. They do have an aura, and people respect them, in his opinion, more than their merit as players in the game, right?
Right.
And so Mike feels that, you know, and I'm sure that we feel that way with players that we have. Like, for example, Leffen. Leffen, I feel like he doesn't give respect, undue respect to the top 5.
No.
Whereas other people, you know, we look at Hax, and Hax has so much skill, but he hasn't been able to close out these sets.
Right. And I think a lot of it is no, it absolutely
respect.
Is. I mean, I've talked to him about it. He says it's a mentality thing, and he's working on it. And, you know, in a way, I think Leffen's probably got the right idea. I think it's working out for him. I would argue that his lack of respect, his ability to, or not ability, his inclination to challenge the concept of, they're like, the fact that he doesn't see a wall, that's probably helping him, right? He's not happy to be like, well, I lost to that guy, but he's a god, so it's cool.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah.
It's funny, like, when you think about Leffen, I think he might go a little bit. What are we waiting for something?
It looks like these guys are
hand-warming for literally 3.5 minutes.
Or these guys
we made a rule.
Wait, it could be that this is a match. I mean, okay, Young Link Peach can absolutely go to time. But usually if you're camping, you want to hit the opponent, and Young Link has not done that yet.
Trying to do
Dude,
that.
if this is a match, if this is an actual match, I am so sorry for not talking about it, but you cannot fault us.
I'm 90% sure this is not a real match.
I will bet $8 trillion.
Whoa.
Dude,
I would just walk up.
Would you take that?
I would take that bet. I would walk up to Chudat and I would say, "Can you turn this into a real match? I will literally give you $1 million." Same with you, Yooh00. Yooh00. Yooh00.
It's probably just Yooh00, right?
Yeah, Yooh00. I failed. It is pretty obviously Yooh00, and I just totally failed at
It's not obviously Yooh00, dude, because
I thought it was Yooh00.
Yeah,
and then like 00, like 00 agent, like Yooh00.
Da-da!
I didn't think you were gonna do the last note, dude.
Dude.
Wow.
I'm all about my James Bond references.
Dude, I'm so pleased that this set literally started off with Peach doing a full jump, no float, forward air, and he just smacked Young Link in the face.
Good read. Peach still winning, by the way, so very good forward air.
Oh my god.
All right, Chudat going Young Link. He's traditionally known as a top Ice Climbers player. Very solid player.
Invented Ice Climbers, right?
Absolutely invented Ice Climbers. But since the old days, you know, Peach is thought of as being a counter character to Ice Climbers for very good reason. And Chu's counter characters to Peach are Pikachu and Young Link. So right now we're seeing the Young Link that he's used since the old days, since his old sets with Court, I believe.
Ooh, right after that boomerang, I was like, all right, down here. But he was a little bit too slow.
Yeah, maybe upper, would have connected.
Yeah.
But Chu wraps it up.
I think if it weren't for Armada and, his inability to beat Hungrybox's Jigglypuff, we wouldn't know as much as we do about Young Link.
Oh, no.
But we've seen so much Young Link versus floaty characters because of that rivalry. Wow. Did forward air just clank with Boomerang and hit Young Link? It was great. Not forward air, dash tag. The push.
Oh, wow.
I think that it beat... Wow. Chu is
just letting it rock with these forward airs right now, just zoning him out, placing aerials in the way of Peach. And down smash sends at such a low trajectory. That would be one dead character if it was not Peach.
Yeah.
Princess Peach Toadstool.
Princess Peach Toadstool, unique in that she just flies.
Yeah.
You need to KO her off of the side or off of the top, because pretty much no matter where she goes, she can come back.
Yeah, her and Puff, I would say.
Yeah.
Dude, I have an interesting observation I made recently. Super Mario Brothers.
Who thinks it's interesting, you or?
I think you will find it interesting
Okay.
as well. You know the game Super Mario Brothers 2?
Yes.
You know how it was not originally a Mario game at all? Oh my god! Chu's Boomerang just saving Peach from what would have been utter and absolute death.
I did know that it did not originally it was not originally
right. It was originally like another game.
It's like just a platformer.
It was just a platformer, yeah. And when it was when Super Mario Brothers 2 was the real Japanese one was brought to the U.S., they deemed it too hard, and so they turned that into a Mario game and made it. They changed the characters around, made it Mario characters.
Yeah.
And that was the first game and the only game
that
where
Peach
Peach
could float.
And now if that had not happened, and also pulling turnips. Now imagine if that game had never been turned into a Mario game. I don't think Peach would have turnips and float in Melee, dude.
Maybe she wouldn't even fight.
Maybe not, because that was the first game she was playable.
Yeah, maybe she wouldn't even be a fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, Yooh00 getting rocked by this Young Link.
Yeah.
I think I keep getting distracted by thinking about. Whoa, that was the axe tech, but it didn't work.
Yeah, he tried to use the boomerang to recover.
I'm actually getting distracted by what a workout this actually is for Young Link, because he's literally spamming forward air. So, he is doing flips in the air, swinging this sword, which is, probably half his weight over and over for the past 3.5 minutes.
And, I mean, it's working really well. Peach definitely, has pretty good range, but she can't deal with these disjointed hitboxes. She kind of just has to get around
them. Is that what's going on?
Because
I feel like the projectiles...
With the forward airs, it is. The projectiles are also doing crazy work, though, for sure.
Yeah, because but I think...
just bad movement from Yooh00.
So, that is a classic Scar move if I play Peach, because I don't quite understand double jump. You know what I mean? It looked like what happened was he tried to double jump back on the stage with a move, but just did the move too soon and just fell helplessly. Does that look like what happened?
It does look like what happened. I think he tried to, input his jump and didn't do a good job of it.
And it's just so funny that, with 90% of the cast, right, 20 plus characters, you can do the same button inputs and you'll do a forward air and land on the stage. But, with Peach, with Yoshi, with Ness, you do that button input and you're just going to fall.
Yeah. Because doing an aerial out of their double jump will cause the double jump to end and they will start falling.
Yeah.
Unlike any other character in the game. But also unlike any other character in the game, Ice Climbers, is this
EVO
wobbling?
2013?
Wait a minute. Wait just
a minute.
When did Chudat start wobbling? Did I miss a memo here?
Well, I mean,
so Chudat, an absolutely amazing Ice Climbers.
Forever on the East Coast.
Right, but Chudat in general, right? There was I guess a notion for a long time that he didn't really wobble, he wasn't about that life.
I thought that was only Fly Amanita. I think that it's your misconception, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, regardless, man, we're seeing, Ice Climbers do not get a huge punish on Peach off of almost anything, including grabs without wobbling. But with wobbling, they can immediately
change the matchup.
Changes it entirely, dude. They finally have an answer.
So, okay.
It's still really hard to get that grab.
I have a question for you, Toph.
Go ahead.
Is this Chu picking Ice Climbers? Is this, and I think I have the best odds of winning this game with this character, or is it I am so much better than you, and I'm just going to pick Ice Climbers?
I think it's probably mostly the latter. I mean, if I had to be honest. But I think it's also kind of maybe a cool thing because he's well,
he's practicing his wobbles right now.
There's that. And I think, Chu, that was
either trolling or
not the best finisher.
Very bad.
Yeah.
I like really want to add to that, but I can't. That was really good.
You do like a baseline or something.
You give me the baseline, and then I'll do it next time. Because I don't.
Tokido in the building. Wait, that's not Tokido. Some guy that looks like
That's Vic the Slick.
Oh, Vic the Slick looks like Tokido.
That is not Tokido. He got his haircut, dude. He used
See
to
what
have
I mean, though,
way
right?
long hair. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, so the point I was making, right? Like, Chudat going Ice Climbers, sure, it could be like, okay, I don't stand a chance of losing, or I'm most likely not going to lose, but Ices are also the character he's known for, the character he's famous for, and I would not be surprised if Yooh00 was like, this is really cool that I get to fight the legendary
that's
Chudat
true.
Ices,
Yeah,
you know?
He may have asked.
Yeah, honestly, I could see that.
Wow, he just wobbled into a handoff chain grab.
Yeah, that was really dope.
That's actually so cool because literally, like, I only ever see you either wobble and you wobble till death percent, or you don't wobble. But that was the first time I've ever seen someone wobble into something cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and especially it's such a high percentage versus such an odd character, Peach.
Yeah. C9 Mango in the building.
Because you do not see combo or chain grabs like that usually versus Peach. I think she can probably get out using proper DI. So yeah, I mean, Chu just maybe it's practice, maybe it's a little bit of styling, maybe it's just being a cool guy and being like, yeah, you can fight the Ices.
Yeah, definitely could be practicing wobbling though. Because I never thought that wobbling was something that needs to be like so intensely practiced until I've seen, we saw Fly.
Until we saw Fly on Medina.
He failed at wobbling so horribly. He like got like one hit in, and then they just, it was really bad.
But like over and over and over and over.
Yeah, no, it was not the one time. It was several times.
6 or 7 times, yeah.
And it got to the point where he like, I think it was 3
eventually
times.
he was like, all right, I got to go back to
And he just stopped. He just stopped trying to wobble.
The thing about Fly is his combos and his punishes off of grabs are so
good.
cool. They're so
they're
beautiful
so
to
cool
watch. So it's like almost like, all right, bro, you just need to go. You're too cool to do this. Like, he's too cool of a guy, I guess, to wobble or something, because it was not ridiculous.
Ooh!
Down throw up smash. I don't know if that is a legitimate combo.
That was a
but
crispy wave dash, though.
Oh, yeah, that will take the set. Good stuff to Chudat. Very, very solid performance over Yooh00. Yooh00. And the Chudat pose.